Hey peeps. So, I guess people really loved the first K-pop opinions video I did. So I guess I have to make another one because this trend will never die despite people complaining about it lmao. Letting you all know that these are probably not unpopular because I am a basic bitch lmao. So let's get into it. This time the transitions will be Hui's high note singing hall and the black hall because it sounds infinitely more pleasant than the ding sound effect. Remember, these are all my opinions and you can disagree with them. Just be polite and remember that, while I have a robot voice, I am a human being. Please be kind in the comments below. Guess I got to get meta for the first one. I have seen so many K-pop tubers says this trend is unoriginal and filled with similar opinions. And I definitely agree there. However, who cares? Even if I heard an opinion before, most people have different viewpoints even if they agree, and I love to hear them. Not to mention that you get to hear what a person thinks about K-pop. It's fun. I will say the ones that are really nasty and disguise hate for opinions are bad, so stop doing that, bitches. Cyberbullying ain't cute. But if your main criticism of this trend is its unoriginal and not unpopular opinions, then just stop watching them, I guess. I have seen so many people go after K-pop Twitter as the center of all toxic stans and where a majority is toxic. Newsflash, every platform has toxic people. While I will say there is more on K-pop Twitter, it's also on other sites. And the majority of K-pop Twitter is mostly chill. It's just a loud minority, in my opinion. As long as you carefully screen who you talk to and cultivate a space for you, you won't find it as much. Like me. The only time I see it is when I see people complain about it. Also, you can take a break from Twitter or engage in other fandoms besides K-pop to balance it all out. But maybe I am just biased because I tweet about non-K-pop things as well. Anyways, follow my Twitter. JK. Now hear me out. Please put your pitchforks down. Criticism towards these girls is valid. I am not saying we can't criticize them or have negative emotions toward them. That is not what I am saying. I am saying we should stop sending them death threats and hate toward them. They are still human at the end of the day. Regardless of how you feel toward them and whether they should even try to invade the K-pop scene, you should still not send them hate. I am all for jokes of any kind, and even I made some toward them. But I never directed it at them in a public setting, nor were my jokes cruel and hurtful. If you want to go after Kaki, do it politely and respectful. Not with hate. As much as I don't like the group or what they are doing, I don't want to find out they are suffering from mental issues because of what they are receiving. They and their company should learn to take a joke and criticism in stride, but I get their reaction when instead of that, they are getting actual hate and abuse. Make some light jokes, critique their stuff, but no abuse, abuse aimed to hurt the girls specifically. But for real, stop giving them views and clout when you hate them. Ignore them and stream other K-pop groups. Like ARIAZ, so your girl can get a first comeback from them. I mean, is it that surprising I feel this way? Like I stand too, but I am so confused they have a rookie group that just debuted on the show? I want to know why. Especially as I know they are probably getting dragged for being on the show. And might especially get dragged if a more senior group is eliminated before them. This show is really gonna bring out all the fan wars from stans, especially when a group is eliminated. They all deserve the time and spotlight. Like, why even eliminate any to begin with? Your whole goal was to showcase groups without a first win or a big fan base, yet here you are, eliminating them before they get fans? Anyways, can we not have fights over this show? Let's just support all the boys on there, no matter what. Also, 2 being dead last is so sad for me. But yeah, mnet evil snakes like always. Speaking of Road to Kingdom. I said it. You telling me this was only 4th? What kind of messed up world we living in? I know it was the boys who voted, but still. This was highway robbery and I don't even stand Golden Child. It should have been the boys, Pentagon, and Golden Child because those three were the most memorable and engaging. At least if I was voting. I'm so sorry Golden Child and their stands, y'all deserved third. We playing this clip again. It's just so satisfying. Also off topic, but on this really came for my Broadway ass for playing Phantom of the Opera. Like you really pandering to me and only me with that, and I love it. Yes, another ARIAZ opinion because I am promoting my underrated queens. Y'all giving views to Kaki when you could be giving them to ARIAZ. Like they are literally vocal goddesses. Here are clips for you to understand.
아프지 않아 nothing 나나 잠들어 있지 않아 insomnia 냐냐 오직 둘만의 비밀의 정보 You're hurting me without noticing I'm so broke like someone just around me Come on let's go to bed We gotta rock the night away Who did it to you babe If you're not in the right mood to sleep now then Call me senorita I wish I could pretend I didn't leave ya But every touch is ooh la 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 It's true la 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 Before I even knew her name la 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 like ooh la la la, yeah, no. Sapphire moonlight, we dance for hours in the sun, tequila sunlight. Her body feel like in my hands, la la la. It felt like ooh la la la, yeah. Señorita, I wish it wasn't so damn hard to leave, yeah. But every touch is ooh la la la, it's true la la la. Ooh, I should be running. Ooh, you keep me coming for ya. There's something to ya. Call my name, I'll be coming for ya. Coming for ya. 담을 수 없어. Heaven felt so sweet. 어색했던 우리 첫 와인처럼. 난 너에게 취해. 난 네 밤에 취해. 네가 모질게 했던 그 기억 속에 그 추억에 헤매 날 찾고 있어 매일 만들어가는 너와의 스토리 처음 우리가 만났을 때부터 서로의 눈을 맞출 때부터 지금 이 순간까지 다 드라마 같아 영화 같아 너를 바라보면 한순간도 눈을 뗄 수가 없어 보고 또 봐 또 보고 싶어져 드라마 같아 영화 같아 내일이 날 기다려줘 드라마 같아 영화 같아 너를 바라보면 한순간도 눈을 뗄 수가 없어 보고 또 봐 또 보고 싶어져 드라마 같아 영화 같아 내일이 날 기다려줘 너와 어디로든 갈 수 있어 알고 싶었죠 내 맘을 더 얘기해줘 드라마 같은 얘기야
Yuri out here a dancing queen. They have amazing personalities. Watch their episode on In Fact Star to see. I'll even link it in the description and in the comments for all you lazy people like me. Like I know their title song is called Moonlight Aria and they are singing a lullaby, but they are singing it to wake you all's asses up. They are not beds. Don't sleep on them. Now, if the idol in question hasn't said they are okay with those jokes and have said they dislike it, then stop doing it. Especially if said idol has said in the past or currently that it has made them uncomfortable. The one that comes to mind for me is the Kihyun is short jokes. For those who are not moon babies, a common joke in the fandom is that Kihyun is short, haha. Sure, when I first heard of it, I thought nothing of it. However, very recently, Kihyun has come out and said that that joke makes him very uncomfortable, especially as he is not that short compared to the other members. Hell, he's the same height as Chinkyun, yet only Kihyun gets the short joke. At that point, we should have stopped making it. But I still see moon babies saying it even though they know of the incident. Like, are y'all dumb or? This man is probably taller than you, yet here you are saying he's so short. Y'all need to quit it now. If an idol has to come out and say it's not that funny, then that is the time to cool it. We are not their friends. Even if you argue, well, so and so member has said it before, like, they are friends. They work together. They are brothers. We are not their friends or brothers or sisters or whatever. We are fans. We do not know them. They are fine with the members saying it because they know they don't mean it because they know them. They don't know us, they don't know whether it is in a mocking, cruel way or a little-hearted thing. Stop joking around with them as if you all are close, cause you are not. This is obvious, but I am going to say it anyways. They are just as talented and deserve as much success as Europas and Unnies. They just don't have a big N or solid fan base to stream their music and MVS. Like, it's basic fucking knowledge that a bigger fan base means you have more people to stream? Like it's not rocket science. If one group has 100 fans while another has 10,000, then it makes sense the bigger fandom is going to have an easier time having higher numbers because they have more people streaming their group's stuff. Debuting is really hard, especially if you are going with the crowd or trying to be different. There are so many groups, so not everyone is going to get popular or get as much attention. It doesn't make them flops. It doesn't mean their fan base is not streaming their stuff or isn't in it for the music and only for looks. It just means there is a smaller fan base. That's all. Like 100 people are gonna struggle pulling the numbers that a 10,000 fan base can do quite easily. It's like people just forget common sense. I was originally gonna comment on the Leah is lazy business, but since everyone and their mom already has defended the poor girl, rightfully so, and that I will literally commit murder on someone if I type out my thoughts, I will subdue my anger. For now. But I will say this applies more to their title tracks. ITZY's title songs can go really high and Leah is struggling to hit them naturally. I know most people like hearing high notes, but for Leah, they don't sound as good as they should because she needs more training on them. She has a lower voice and ITZY songs should reflect that. A main vocal doesn't have to belt out high notes to be qualified as such. A main vocal is a main vocal because their voice is godly high or low or whatever. I think if they built ITZY's titles with Leah in mind, it would show her off much better. If you want high notes, Yeji hits them pretty well, in my opinion, so you can have her sing them for now. But let Leah shine with parts that really showcase her voice. More icy verse and less dalla chorus is what I feel personally. At least until her voice has grown and trained more to hit those notes easier. I'm not even gonna pretend this is an unpopular take, because it shouldn't be. Stop it. If I hear of another person making smut of two underage idols, y'all are gonna get shot. Y'all are writing and or drawing actual child P word that rhymes with corn. Nasty ass rats. And that's the end of the video. I tried my best to put together new and interesting opinions, but I don't really care. It's not that deep. It's a K-pop opinions video lmao. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. Knowing how well the last one did, I'm probably gonna make a third part, but I'm definitely gonna struggle. I would do a reacting to your opinions video, but I only have like 10 subs and I get no comments, so lmao. Anyways, see you on the next video. Bye, peeps.